I'm Elaine Smith, and I'm here to tell you about the program I'm offering. I'm an award-winning author. This book has won 2 awards, including a Will Rogers Medallion Award, and a documentary which came from that book that has won several awards at various film festivals. The program that I'm proposing is to show that documentary. It's 27 minutes long, and it traces the history of a little girl who grew up in rodeo, who saw something she wanted to be and did everything she could to achieve that dream, and she became the best trick rider and roper that she could be, and eventually was inducted into the Texas Rodeo Hall of Fame. Who I'm talking about is a lady called Virginia Reger. She was a rodeo star in the 1930s, well into the 1960s. Another part of this program would be some exhibits that I could put in the room on tripods of pictures and rodeo programs and a lot of the things that I used to create the book and the documentary. Then folks could get up close and personal with the pictures of Virginia with Roy Rogers and Gene Autry. Those famous cowboys are still pretty well known. This program would appeal to any history buff and certainly to rodeo fans. And I think it's important to tell a story of how that little girl used strength of character and determination to achieve her dreams. And of course, we could do a question and answer time and a book signing, because I'd love to sell some books. Anyway, that's the program. Ridin, roping, and jumping over cars. Yes, that's what she did. She jumped her horse over a car. In fact, what started this whole thing was whenever I first met Virginia. And she had given her name to a friend of mine. I looked her up on the internet. What do? We Google people, right? And I read an article about her. And it was like that information went up in the air, swirled around and came down, and I sat down and I wrote a poem, a cowboy poem, about that little gal. So here's just a little piece of that poem. She was just a snippet of a girl, but the rodeo producers, they gave her a whirl. At 8, she'd been riding quarter horses for years. When they brought out a Welsh pony, she just fell into tears. From western Oklahoma, her name is Virginia, standing tall in the saddle, round and round the arena. She grew up on the circuit back before World War II, and there seemed to be no limit to the tricks she could do. So you see how that is, and it goes on from there. And I have some other cowboy poems that I could do. So that's the program I'm proposing. Show the 27-minute documentary, have a book signing, question and answer, recite a few cowboy poems, maybe tell a couple of jokes. And I hope that would appeal to your audiences. Thanks for watching. How has it felt to have the biography about your life out there and people's reactions to it?
I love it because I've met so many good people because of it. And you do those things and you wonder, does anybody care?
Yeah.
But they really do care. And I think all of us would, if we'd start writing things about our lives, writing things down, and somebody else would read it, they'd say, well, that's who that really is. You know, we keep things on the surface. And that, I think, the biography explains kind of who you really are.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of people say that.
And it shows what you did. You know, if people know you now, they don't know what you did before.
No, and if you really want to accomplish something, you can do it.